The life and works of one of Nigeria's finest writers was recently celebrated at an event. Here's a report.
Sefi Atta is one of Nigeria's most celebrated creative writers. Everything Good Will Come, Swallow, A Bit of Difference and A Beat Collector are some of the award-winning books authored by Sefi. From prose to drama, Sefi's creative writing talents span different genres of the literary arts. The iconic Nigerian writer recently turned 55, and the art and literary community gathered to celebrate her life and works. The host, Quintessence, Ikoyi, Lagos. It was a time to mingle and share with the usually reserved Sefi Atta. There were readings from Sefi's works.
A senior girl asked me to report to her dorm in my swimsuit. When I got there, she was waiting with a whole group of seniors. She told me to walk around. Then she said, "You can go back to your dorm now." I thought I would qualify for the competition, but I didn't. Lola was one of the 3 finalists, and I was surprised she won. I didn't think she was the prettiest girl in our year. The runner-up was, but she scratched her bottom on stage during the swimsuit part. The judges were seniors, and during the question and answer part, one of them asked where she would go in the black dress she wore, and she said, "To a funeral." Afterwards, she explained that her mother had told her black clothes were for mourning, but it was too late. The audience booed and Lola won. Now we're in Form 3. Girls holler for Lola even more because she has a shape 8. They say I have a shape 11, which is not the same as giving me a nickname. They can call me Broomstick as much as they want, and I wouldn't mind. What I don't like is when someone calls me a shapeless amweba. I'm not shapeless. No one is if you think about it. Some girls actually have their school uniforms adjusted at home so they can have a shape 8.
Passengers unclasped their seatbelts as the plane taxis. They grabbed their hand luggage from the overhead compartments. A flight attendant, who has not bothered to dye her hair in a while, ambles down the aisle saying, "Please remain seated." No one pays her any attention. The moving walkway in the airport is stationary. Diola hurries past rows of blue chairs and down the escalator, which is also immobile. She is first in line at the passport control, which means she has to wait longer for her luggage. 2 flights had arrived that morning. Passengers sit on the edge of the carousel, hissing and sighing. Their suitcases emerge between cardboard boxes, which are untidily taped. The air conditioner is not working, and the spot where Diola is standing reeks of armpits. A gap-toothed man walks past her, shouting on his mobile phone, "Our luggages were delayed." I said our luggages were delayed. I can't make it until tomorrow. He laughs and pats his handkerchief, which is hanging out of his jacket like a link tongue. "My prince, my professor." No, it is not New York I went to this time. It was London. Yes, for business. Diola cherishes her homecomings because of characters like him.
Readings from her drama writings were not excluded, as they were appropriately narrated.
Every Lamidi I knew growing up was an oath. "My leg," I said.
"What about it?"
he asked. "It's giving me trouble."
"How?"
"It's paining me."
"What happened?"
"I fell off a bus."
"Oh, you must take me for a fool. When did this happen?"
"Today."
"Show me."
Luckily, I had enough scars on my shins.
"Those are old scratches."
"I still can't bend," I said. "And I can't get any files until my leg heals."
"Take a memo for me,"
he said. I left his room, walking upright, and returned with a pad and pencil. Mr. Salakor's plump fingers were pressed together prayer style. He had piles of paper on his desk. He would not do a thing until his work had gathered a layer of dust. Yes, I said.
To Pasine,
He said.
Ri Tolani Ajao. I wish to lodge a formal complaint about my secretary, Miss Tolani Ajao. This morning, I requested that she retrieve a file from my filing cabinet. She refused and became recalcitrant.
I interrupted. How do you spell that, sir?
What?
Recalcitrant.
Look it up in a dictionary.
The man was bigger off than I imagined.
For a woman who has committed most of her adult life to creating, promoting and supporting literary works, there could never have been a better birthday event.
You know, for me, I'm not big on birthdays, but I'm big on books and literature. So it makes me very happy to see people paying attention to the work I've done, to work that any writer does. I am thoroughly pleased that that Quintessence arranged this event for me, and very honored to have people come and share the day with me.
Sefi Atta at 55, it's such a wonderful feeling because she's such a loving, warm, understanding human being, an intellectual, very deep. Talking to her always opens up areas of thought and exploration. She's somebody who's not stuck in a particular mold or a particular style of thinking. She's ready to explore. And when women like her are influencing the world, influencing our children, opening them up to possibilities of achievement, of integrity, of intellectualism, I'm so proud that she's married to my Goiga.
Sefi, as you know, 55 today and has been writing for between 20 and 25, 30 years. And I know what it is to be a writer, a serious writer. I've lived with one. She works harder than I do. I'm a doctor. And the hours she puts in, I go asleep, I wake up and Sefi's writing. That's why you see the work she's done. And she's a perfectionist, you know, and the way she writes, as our readers know, you really are in tune with what she writes.
Sefi Atta is an inspirational writer. I love her books, I love her works, and you know, whenever I read her books, I imagine them like they come as pictures, and her personality is just amazing. I read a lot about her, I follow up on her, and I mean, at 55 she looks 30 something, she looks like in her 30s.
Adenike Oyetunde is a young woman who, despite losing her right leg to cancer at the age of 20, has gone on to become an inspiration to thousands of people in Nigeria and beyond. She was our guest author on this show last week as we explored her new autobiography titled Adenike. Join us this Friday at 3 p.m. as we host Adenike once again for a Twitter chat. To join that chat, follow us on Twitter at Channels Books. You can see that on the screen. At Channels Books. And look out for the hashtag which is also displayed on your screen. Hashtag Channels Books Chat. Adenike will be responding to different questions related to her experiences, her book, and her worldview. We look forward to having you with us for the chat on Twitter. It promises to be very interesting. As always, we'll be delighted to get your feedback through any of our social media platforms displayed on your screen. I'm Olakunle Kasumo. Remember, one great book can change your life. Bye-bye.